However, as a habit coach, I've never seen any habit form in 21 days. Later on, people started saying, no, it's not 21, it's actually 42. And other people said, no, it's not 42, it's 75.
There are a couple of things that I always feel that break the cycle. Shortcuts, definitely being one of them. Being impatient with the systems that you've set in, another one. And quick trades. And people are almost and always shocked because they don't think that something is just going to click and unlock as you keep going and as you keep progressing without stopping. Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another episode of The Compounding Mindset brought to you by Access Mutual Fund. I'm Paridhi Doshi, your movement and fitness coach, and we've got our resident habit coach, Ashdin Doctor, along with us. Ashdin, there's this enigmatic word, actually number, in the mythical word as I like to call it, 21. 21 days to form an absolutely new habit. 21 days to have your dream physique. 21 days to double your investment. And now everybody's speaking about it. Where did this number 21 exactly even come from?
It's hilarious, right? This 21 number. It gives me nightmares because every time I'm talking to somebody, they say, Acha, tell me, does it take 21 days to form a habit? And it's absolutely not true. But now it's become clickbait, right? On every single YouTube video, 21 days to, like you said, XYZ, 21 days to XYZ. The truth of the matter is that this 21-day concept originally started from a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And it was about, when does your body become comfortable after an amputation has taken place? It has nothing to do with habits. So it is when your mind actually changes. So there's nothing to do with the 21 days of habits, but it is 21 days of your mind getting used to something as traumatic as this in your life.
Yeah.
Then obviously it got picked up by other books as an idea, and then 21 became a very enigmatic number and people started using it. However, as a habit coach, I've never seen any habit form in 21 days. Later on, people started saying, no, it's not 21, it's actually 42. And other people said, no, it's not 42, it's 75. And any random number has started being put on this concept of habit change. But I'll tell you something interesting. The 21-day number made people want to focus, almost like it was a challenge. 21 days, I will do it. And I'll read 5 pages for 21 days. And I've noticed something very interesting that takes place. If you have a target of 21 days, on the 23rd day, you'll stop. Because your habit and your goal was 21 days. It wasn't 23 days. So as a result, what happens is as soon as you pass 21, you're like, now I'm a king. I did it. So it should have stuck. 22, you probably end up doing it. 23, it falls by the wayside. So I keep telling people, when I'm talking in audiences and people ask me this, I say, why do you want to form this? You want to form this habit for the rest of your life. It's not for a short period of time. So don't have these small short period goals. If it's for the rest of your life, don't be worried about how many times you're doing it. Just follow the rules of habit change. Don't try and have these 21 days, 42 days, 72 days kind of a goal.
Correct. It's not like that short-term goal, but not being constricted by a timeline, I'm guessing.
Correct. So the short-term goals are fantastic because they keep you, very focused and you can grow with them, right?
Correct.
Maybe first 10 days I'll read 2 pages, next 10 days I'll read 4 pages, and you can grow with such short-term goals. The problem comes when you say 21 days and then habit. Even when you think about, say, investing, right? When you think about investing, you're thinking about investing for the rest of your life. It is not that short burst of investments. Everyone who invests in those short bursts does not necessarily have the ability to use compounding over the years to get that kind of effect back. So which is why we need to understand consistency over a period of time, over your entire life, instead of something short.
If it's too short a timeline, how people say it's too good to be true? It actually is too good to be true because you're not really going to get anything out of that. A very similar thing happens when people come in with goals when it comes to their physique.
I can imagine everyone must be coming and saying, I need this now. I need this with that urgency of 4 days, 5 days to get something.
And especially since the wedding season is around, everybody wants to look a certain way, be a certain way, and they have that end goal, end number in mind. I have to attend this wedding in December. I have to attend this wedding in Jan, and I need to lose like an absurd amount of weight. it's great to have that goal for you to initiate into the process.
Correct.
So that really helps because it's short term. And as you said, that gratification is what just sort of keeps pushing you forward. Like, okay, it's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. But what people fail to understand also is that what happens when you stop there, right? Yes, you can come in with the goal of wanting to lose weight, like 10 kilos, for example, in the next 3 months. What happens post that? And it's about so much more than that, right? It's about how much time do you have to invest in that journey? What is it that you're going to do outside the four walls of the studio to, in terms of creating an environment that's actually going to perpetuate that?
Correct.
And until and unless you're having those sort of conversations, those goals remain those short goals and then you stop. Eventually, somewhere along the line, as they see those small wins happening day in and day out, then you start bringing in that longevity picture.
Beautiful.
As to, okay, you did this for 3 months and see what you could have done and how you felt and where you are and the compounding effect of all of it on your health. Imagine what if you push that timeline a little bit more. What if after 5 months you stop thinking about it as a timeline? Because now it's become a habit. By this point, it's just become a part of your lifestyle. Yes, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock and I'm going to go and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then you also have those intermediate rest periods that does not make it feel like, oh my God, that's such a force. And after it's a chaos and it's such a chore and I have to wake up and do this every day. But I think eventually down the line, as you start bringing all of those things together, as you start seeing the compounding effects of it, it starts turning into a very long-term picture. It stops becoming about 21 days, and somewhere along the line, it becomes about 21 months into 21 years. And that's where the magic happens.
Such a beautiful way of putting it. Thinking far beyond and then turning it into a way of life, but more importantly, also your identity.
Correct.
I am the kind of person who wakes up and goes to the gym. I am the kind of person that has a monthly investment cycle, right? I am the kind of person that does this thing. Anything else can come in for a short period of time. A Christmas holiday like we're getting into, or a Diwali holiday. Fantastic. It'll come and shake things up, but then you come back to that way of life. Unfortunately, what happens is that when that identity shift doesn't take place, it's always a struggle.
Correct.
So I keep telling people, and they say that, how do you know when it's a habit? I say, when the struggle's gone away. Anyone can invest, say, for 2-3 months. But when you start investing the same amount over years, and it no longer feels like a pain or like a chore or that you have to do something, that is when you know it has become a part of you. That's become a part of your identity. That pain no longer exists. The excuses no longer exist the way that they used to.
And the easiest way to do this is to make it as simple as possible, right? Simplicity over anything. It normally, in the world of fitness, it basically means that you don't need elaborate workout programs. You don't need elaborate movements that are going to look super cool on the Instagram. It basically means do 5 things, do them very diligently, and do them over and over again, as we've spoken about progressive overload, to actually see how the compounding effects are going to be towards the end of 3 months or towards the end of 4 months. I think, again, that's what it is about. It's about doing those small things, the simple things over and over again to be able to see the compounding effects of it.
Financially, it's simple as starting your SIP. Let the system take care of it. Take it out of your entire energy that you have to put inside. Today, should I spend 15,000 as an SIP or should I put it in and buy a phone, right? Those choices disappear. And as soon as those choices disappear, there's a peace in the way that you approach your investments. Otherwise, there's a constant tussle. The other thing that you mentioned is that many people go to the gym, do fancy exercises for the social media world. In the same way, when it comes to our finances, people think about this new big stock that I'm going to invest in or this new other modality. And it sounds cooler than it actually is. How do you get back into the simplicity? How do you get into a place where you trust the process and trust where you're putting your money in instead of doing something fancy to impress others?
And not waiting for a right time, not waiting for the markets to be right or for a good stock to come in. Oh, I'm waiting for this tip from my friend and I'm then going to invest my money. Oh, my Diwali bonus is going to come in and then I'm going to invest that. It's not about the time. It's about you doing it day in and day out. So as you said, having like an automated SIP where you're not thinking about it and the money's just going to get debited from your account and keeps happening over and over until you see what it looks like a year down the lane.
Yeah. How many times in the gym as well, people say that I will go when I'm feeling energetic. I will go when I'm feeling good. No, you go and in the gym, you will start feeling good. You will start feeling better once you head there.
The biggest myth, I will go to the gym when I'm fit.
I love that. Especially in Bombay when all the gyms started, you weren't existing at that point of time. But I remember when the first gym came in, everyone was like, only fit people go there. That means I first have to go run and do whatever push-ups at home before I can go to the gym to look that fit and be part of it. It was hilarious.
So many people, sometimes when they have to try out a new workshop, they would be like, I don't think I have enough skills to be able to do the workshop. I'm like, the workshop is there for you to get the skills and not for you to wait to have the skills and then do something that you're already is going to help you get there.
I think when you're posting on social media, you need to purposely screw up a little so that people feel confident and comfortable. And then they'll be like, this I can also do. See, even she made a mistake. Yeah.
There are a couple of things that I always feel that break the cycle. Shortcuts, definitely being one of them. Being impatient with the systems that you've set in, another one. And quick trades, quick fixes. These things, they're just so instantly gratifying that people want to go and do them instantly because they're going to be like, if I do this on day 1, I can see this on day 2. But that's not how compounding works. A lot of times people want to just go hard and fast for 1 week or because a vacation is coming up. So I'm just going to go as intensely as I can, forget about the fact that I even have the capacity or not have the capacity to do so, and then maybe risk having an injury. Wedding season around, quick trades, detox diet for a week. I'm going to only live on fruits and juices and salads, and that's all I'm going to do. And then, once all of this is done, once that instant gratification has been achieved, that cycle breaks. Because you've already gotten your goals achieved, and nobody now is actually thinking about the longevity aspect of it or what you're accomplishing or not accomplishing in the process.
So this patience word is critical. Every time someone talks to me about 21 days, in my head, I know this person is not patient enough. They want that jaldi adrenaline hit, wala 21 days, I need to do it fast. I can't miss a single day within these 21 days. You're almost setting yourself up for failure.
Correct.
At some level, it almost feels like you are impatiently trying to achieve something. With habits, the 21 days is trying to make the habit stick. Right. For fitness, it is I want to try and lose weight or build muscle or fat or whatever it is that the person's putting across. But they're still coming from a place of impatience. When you think compounding and you're thinking disproportionate growth, it comes from a place of patience where you're saying that I know what I'm doing is correct. I will not see that crash diet kind of results immediately.
Correct.
But what I will see is that consistency that's slowly building over time. And subtly, almost in a hidden way, the growth is tremendous. So I think this idea of patience is such an important thing. Every now and then when you start feeling impatient, feeling anxious, saying, oh, look at what my friends are doing. And also because patience goes away when you start comparing yourself with other people,
Always.
right? So you say, what are they doing? Why can't I do this? Stop and say, just be patient. What I'm doing is correct. Trust the system, trust the process.
It's delaying that instant satisfaction, that instant joy for long-term growth and for that long-term satisfaction and joy that you're going to get when you actually see the wonders of that compounding happen. Because that patience is not only going to make your health stick, but it's also going to make your wealth stick and grow.
I love that.
Exponentially.
So Paridhi, we've clearly established that this 21-day number is rubbish when it comes to habit formation. But it's still a charismatic number, like we were saying. So how can we still use this 21-day number, not from a habit point of view, but from a, say, fitness point of view? How can you use fitness and habits for growth using this 21-day number?
I think every time somebody talks about like a long-term goal, it gets really daunting. Because you're not talking about the here and the now. You're talking about, what will happen 6 months down the lane, 1 year down the lane.
Correct.
So when anybody new steps in, who's very skeptical as to if I can do it or if I can't do it, I just say, give me 21 days and show up for fun. We aren't setting goals. We aren't establishing hard timelines that, yes, we will achieve a push up in 1 week. Yes, we will do this in the next 21 days, 32 days. Just come, have fun. And then along the line, you start establishing tiny, tiny goals. Okay, so the first 21 days, we built up your base. Now's the time we start pushing it so you can actually start seeing results. So the next 21 days, you did, for example, if you did squats, bench press, deadlifts, we switch it up and we see how your body is actually reacting to all the base that you've built. And then suddenly, carrying is becoming easy. Moving an object overhead is becoming easy. Because they already built the base up, so now they can actually see it compound when you're doing something that's completely new. Next 21 days, okay, now your muscles are used to moving around. Let's see if we can go fast. So we add another endurance, conditioning, cardio bit to it.
Speed aspect to it.
The speed aspect to it. Again, another compounding effect, and people are almost and always shocked because they don't think that something is just going to click and unlock as you keep going and as you keep progressing without stopping. And now suddenly, it's become a 21-day cycle where they're actually chasing 21 over 21 over 21 to see where that growth and where that compounding is taking them.
I love it. So you've taken a big goal and broken it up into 21-day bits. It's not about habits, but it's about a nice, cute, I think, charismatic number that you can go after. And on a side note, the 21st is my birthday as well. So that's probably why it's such a cool, charismatic number.
Absolutely. Why else would it be?
Exactly. So how can we do this from a finance point of view? I was thinking, what if we challenge our, viewers to invest in 21-day cycles? So every 21 days, you have your systematic investment plan. Add your money into the whichever mutual fund or wherever you want to invest your money. So you don't think of it as a everyday habit. Every day you can't invest that money continuously because you have a job to do as well. So instead, every 21 days, think of this cycle of investing and use that 21-day number with all its charisma to your advantage. So you actually start creating this, this new long-term routine for your life. I think that would be an interesting one.
Very. And how about to even take away the component of how much should I invest? Invest 21% of whatever you have every 21 days.
21. I love it.
And repeat it over for 21 cycles.
How many cycles is that then? That's
more
2 years.
Close to 2 years.
Close to 2 years. I think that's a good long-term plan for everyone.
And it doesn't even sound long-term when you're actually putting it as a 21 cycles. It sounds like, okay.
Everyone will be like, what do I do about my movies? You know how much popcorn costs at the movies? In any case, not to eat popcorn.
Also, dinner before movies.
Dinner before movies. I think that's a good... No, then it's a late-night movie, then sleep issues. How will they have sleep habits? No, this is not a cool... 8:55 in the morning, you go and watch the show. Breakfast after movie, fasting.
Best.
I think we have created an entire plan for everybody. Forget about just financial. Your health plan is made around movies.
We've taken care of health and wealth on this podcast. I don't think we need anything else.
This is more compounding than anyone expected in this episode. So we got the 21% every 21 days for
21 cycles.
For 21 cycles. I think that's a great plan for everyone to do. So remember, it's not about 21 days for habits. It's about something far more long-term.
It's about simplicity. It's about consistency. And it is absolutely about seeing how both of those, along with patience, compound over time. Ashdin, 21 cycles, honestly, sounds like a lot. And again, because it's long-term, it's just sort of become daunting again, right? How does one not derail from those 21 cycles? How do we keep doing this so we can keep compounding?
So it's very interesting. Many people find 21 days hard to think about it. Now you're saying 21, cycles close to 2 years. How would you think about doing this? It's very simple. You have to follow 3 key principles. One is, how do you set your reminders? So every 21 days, have a reminder in your calendar. If you don't have a calendar, please start using a calendar. It just makes your life absolutely simple. Now you can have a calendar on your phone, you can have a physical calendar, but something that reminds you about the time coming and the time passing by. Otherwise, every day just seems like the last. So calendar is a very important part when it comes to habit change and habit tracking. The second one is, how are you going to save? You need that 21% also.
Correct.
So what you do is you take the 21% and either move it out of your account or make sure you never, ever, ever touch that 21% that you're going to be putting. There are many people who are listening to this saying that my savings are 0%. Now you're asking me 21%. But that is why it's a challenge. If it is 10%, figure out where you can save money and get it in, or see where you can earn extra money. Are you adding more value to society? Are you adding more value to your business, to your company? Ask for a raise. Maybe this is the perfect time to ask for a raise. Who knows how many different ways we've inspired people into getting more money today. Use these techniques to think about how you can actually achieve the 21% target. And finally, use a tracking system. You can obviously use a tracking system like Excel, but we are visual people. We like visual tracking systems. So you can have simple things. And this is something that we use with salespeople all the time when we're training salespeople for the habit of selling. We have a string of paper clips. And every time they finish it, they take out one paper clip. They take out one paper clip. So they can physically see that chain getting smaller. In the same way, put 21 paper clips and start removing one every time you make an investment. You will start noticing that you're making progress towards something as it starts. When you hit the fourth one, third one, second one, and then the last one, you'll feel so elated that you've completed this audacious goal that you set up for yourself. So these are three very interesting ways in which you can make sure you don't fall off the wagon. One is calendar, so it becomes a part of your system. The second thing is making sure that you have saved that money and haven't spent it. And the last one is making sure that you track it in some format. You can use the paperclip method. If you like marbles or white stones, put one stone into a bowl every time you invest, and you'll notice that your bowl gets full in the same way that your finances and your wealth are getting full. So these are beautiful ways in which you can create this for yourself.
I like a big old calendar where I keep crossing the dates.
You like the kachak.
I love it.
You see progress, and it's so pleasureful going and actually crossing it out saying, I did it.
I did it. It's literally like a pat on my back.
So are you going to do it? Yeah.
Possibly. Maybe I'm already doing it.
Paridhi, I love this new game that we started with the 21%, 21 days and 21 cycles. So are you going to do this fun game with us? Let me know in the comments below. You can reach out to us. You can ask us about this as well. This has been an episode of The Compounding Mindset. And don't forget to like it and share it with your friends, because maybe they can join you in this game as well.
And don't forget to subscribe so that you know when the future episodes come out.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.